Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna sit down and just do a get ready with me, a chit chat get ready with me, and I want to use some of my recent purchases. All right, so let's just jump right into it. I've already primed, of course, with my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Setting Spray, and I've been having a lot of like dark circles for like the past, I noticed, like month. I haven't really been sleeping well, and forget it, these past 3-4 days with this whole election thing, I was just up. My nerves were like shattered. I'm gonna use my MAC Correct and Conceal palette, and I have it in extra deep, and I've been using these two shades right here to just like go under my eye, like right here where I have darkness. And I'm so relieved that everything is over, and because I don't know, I just felt like the last 4 years we were being held hostage by a madman. Just nuts. And I don't want to sit here on my channel and talk politics, but Jesus Lord, you know, they're counting the ballots and his supporters are outside the building just casually carrying their firearms, and it's not like, am I in the bizarro world or what? And he's inciting them with his little tiny hands and his Twitter fingers. Woo! So glad it's over. Like, I feel like we can breathe. And you 55% of white women. Okay, for foundation, I'm going to use the HudaBeauty foundation stick. Now, I reviewed this foundation on my channel. I absolutely love it. So this is the shade Mocha. This has a lot of olive. The more I use it, I see olive. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna purchase Nutmeg that I was thinking about before. But Nutmeg to me also looked like it has olive. So I'm confused. Is it pulling, because I saw that beautiful girl, what's her name? Princess K. I looked at her review and she was using Nutmeg. Did not look olive on her. So let me ask you guys a question. Does certain things look more olive in certain people because of their undertone? Like, because this is Nutmeg. And to me, there's a little bit of olive in here as well. Let me swatch it next to Mocha. I think it's the same undertone with a little bit of olive, but umber is still darker. But with Mocha, I can fix it with like bronzer and stuff like that. But I'm just like wondering, is that the case for me? But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. I love this foundation so much. Yeah, so this is Nutmeg, and I'm very like generous with it because it is buildable, but it's so skin-like. Like if you guys purchase this foundation, you know what I'm talking about. And I don't put too much foundation, and it's a good match for me. It's a better match than Mocha. I don't put foundation under my eyes, at least not much anymore. And I'm going in with a brush. I find blending it out with this Jaclyn Hill brush, it's better. And I don't have to use my beauty sponge at all with this foundation like I thought I would initially. Alright, so see the match on this foundation? It's a lot better than Mocha, I think. But I can still see a little bit of olive. Not as bad, but what do you guys think? Let me know if you see olive, or is it just me just obsessed with damn olive. Alright, so for concealer, of course, nobody is going to be surprised. Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer in shade 10. If you're new to my channel, this is my absolute favorite concealer of all time. It's everything I want in a concealer. Full coverage, creamy, just, oh. And if you haven't tried this concealer, if you've been watching my channel and the amount of times I talk about it, get it. Wouldn't it be nice, like, you know, because of course he's like refusing to concede and all that stuff. But wouldn't it be nice if it comes down to him being dragged out? Oh my god, I would love it. Like him literally like holding on to the walls of the White House, and the FBI or whoever it is just dragging him out, and he's screaming and kicking like a child. And you know what? That's not inconceivable. He's capable of it. Alright, for cream contour, I haven't used this in a while, my Stila Shade and Shape palette, and I have it in Shade Deep, so I'm going to use it today. I'm going to use the, of course, darker side. And this is like so creamy and so pretty, but I think, like I always say every time I come on, and I've never really checked, but I don't see it anywhere on Sephora or the Stila's website, so I'm definitely inclined to believe that they discontinued it. Like, I really think they did discontinue it. Put a little bit here. I don't put too much on my forehead, just something to give like a little shadow. And when I go in with my beauty blender to like clean up, I fix it. And I've been going with what's left on the brush, I've been going on my nose, like just for a little slight contour. All right, I'm gonna set my under eye and my eyelids with the Laura Mercier powder. This is for medium skin tones. It's in the shade Honey, but I love it for my under eye. Gives me a nice brightened look, and it's such an amazing powder. Just like her translucent powders, they're so beautiful, but I'm particularly obsessed with this one at the moment. I just love the way it sits under my eye and on my eyelids to apply shadow. Alright, for my eyes, I'm going to use the HudaBeauty Naughty Nudes palette. I love this palette so much. I also did a review of this palette on my channel. I've been playing with it, and the more I play with it, the more I just absolutely love it, love it, love it. Alright, so I'm going to jump right into it, and I'm going to list all the shades that I'm using in the description box because I don't have time to be with magnifying glass and all that today. Alright, so I'm going to go in with this really deep purple shade, and look at me but using purple, this deep purple shade right here, and I'm going to put it on the outer part of my lid. Look at the pigmentation and the beauty of this shadow, how amazing it looks on, how easy it is to just blend out. These are some of, like I've said in my initial review of this palette, these are some of the best mattes. I mean, ooh, she killed it with the mattes. This is what matte shades should look like, perform like. Oh, so beautiful, so blendable. I am literally obsessed with this palette. I cannot get enough. This is so rivaling my Natasha Denona bronze palette. Oh, gorge, 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 gorge. All right, and now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm using my fingers for this. This is what it looks like. Really, really pretty. Oh my god, this is me every time I use these shadows, especially like the shimmers. Even when I'm by myself, not filming, doing it, because I've been using this palette so much, I go, oh my god, because they are so beautiful. Then I'm going to go in with this shade on the bottom right here, and I'm also going to use my fingers for this shade to apply this shade, and I'm going in what's left on my lid, like the, oh my god, they are so pretty. And don't worry, I'll clean up whatever. I like to put it on with my fingers, and then I'm going to go in with my brush and clean it up. I'm also going to put that same shade that I put in my tear duct on my brow bone. So beautiful, guys. I love it, love it, love it. And I'm also going to put the purple shade that I use on my outer lid on the lash line. But if you're still on the fence about this palette, guys, I get it. And this is coming from a pretty much nude bronze gold kind of girl, and I've been loving these purpley mauve, whatever, berry burgundy shades. They are so pretty. All right, I'm gonna get my lashes and liner and I'll be right back. All right, back with lashes and liner on, and now I'm gonna set my face with my Charlotte Tilbury, of course, powder in shade 4. Everything that I'm using is gonna be in the description box. And I'm just obsessed with this powder, and this is definitely gonna be a repurchase for me. I was thinking, oh, should I purchase it in a sale, which ends in 2 days, by the way, for Rouge, but I'm like, I have some time with it. All right. So and this lash is playing me, guys. It's lifting up, and if I wasn't on camera, it would not be lifting up. Anyway, so for bronzer, I did get the Gucci bronzer in 04. This is what it looks like, and I wish I had gotten this first, because I don't think I would have gotten shade 5, which is quite red in my opinion. But since I have it, I will use it like if I, you know, wearing a lighter foundation. But I think this is the perfect color for me. And I'm using, of course, my Sephora brush, the number 80 bronzing brush. And look, see? I think this shows up very nicely on my skin tone. And thanks to one of my beautiful subscribers who suggested it to me to get shade 4, and that, you know, it worked for her, and I think it's definitely working for me. And as you can see, I've been using the hell out of it. The Gucci logo is pretty much gone already, and with this one, because it's not as dark and not as red, I feel like I can be a lot more generous when putting it on. And as usual, I'm gonna have all my foundation shades, my foundation references in the description box. All right, so for blush, I'm going in with the flashing lights, the flashing ice, or I think it's flashing ice trio from MAC, that I also reviewed on my channel, and I have it in medium deep, and I love this as well. And I figure, since, you know, I'm doing like a purpley kind of eye today, this sort of pinkish, you know, cheek would be nice. So I'm gonna use all 3 shades. Just gonna run my brush across all 3 and just get it on my cheeks. So see, this gives like a nice kind of like pinkish glow. I think it's perfect for this look I'm going for, and I don't really like a bright cheek, so this is like perfect for me. All right, and now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to set everything with my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and this is gonna smooth out my face, lock in my makeup, and give me like a Facetune kind of look. And don't argue with me, that's exactly what it does. All right, so I figured I'll put a little bit of highlighter on, although I do have a glow on my cheek. And I'm gonna use my Jaclyn Hill highlighter. This is in, I don't remember the name, I think is it Megawatt? Some watt. I'll have everything listed in the description box, like I said. And I'm just gonna use a little bit, like right on the highest point of my cheekbone, right here. Just for like a pop of a little bit more gold, because the MAC palette is not as gold as I usually like. Pretty, but I wish it showed up a little bit more like gold. So I'm putting it like right here. Isn't that pretty? And of course, some on my nose. All right, for lips, I'm already lined with my Kylie Jenner lip liner in True Brown K. And to keep in the theme of my pinky kind of like purpley look, I'm gonna use MAC's Topped with Brandy. I used it in the video that I reviewed this palette, and I got quite a few compliments on it. So Topped with Brandy, and I'm only gonna keep it in the center. And all right guys, this is the end of the look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm gonna say it again, totally obsessed with this Huda Beauty Naughty Nudes palette, because I think all the holiday stuff that has been coming out to me have just been blah this year. I don't think I've been excited about most of the holiday stuff that I've been seeing launching, because I always be like, oh my god, this holiday stuff, I'm gonna be spending all this money because I'm gonna be so tempted. And this year has been pretty like, okay. I think she saved this whole holiday launch with that palette. It's a stunning palette, guys, and like I said, I've been playing with it so much. I love the way the shadows perform, most importantly. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.